But sometimes when you're going through the process, it feels like you've hit a wall and you're getting nowhere. When the truth of the matter is, you've come to a point where you just have to stay the course and keep doing all the right things you know to do to be able to get the good result. Hey peeps, I'm Rick Roberts, and this is RickRobertsLife The Podcast, where we talk about my faith, my thoughts, my life. And today is Motivation Monday, and I want to talk about how to do the right thing, even though you don't feel like it. In life, we are going to be working on projects that just seem to stretch on and drag on forever. And when you find yourself in that position, you realize that the enthusiasm, the excitement in which you started the project starts to fade away, and you just wish it would be over and done with. When you're working something and you find that the passion, the enthusiasm has faded away and you are just stuck with the responsibility and you wish that it would just end, the best thing you can do is continue to do the right things. Keep doing all the things that you know you need to do to make this thing work, even though it doesn't seem like you're getting anywhere, even though it doesn't feel good anymore, even though you just wish it would end. Because sometimes when you're going through the process, it feels like you've hit a wall and you're getting nowhere. When the truth of the matter is, you've come to a point where you just have to stay the course and keep doing all the right things you know to do to be able to get the good result. Now, trust me, I can understand that this particular point in the process can feel as though it's dry toast, that you're just sick and tired of being here, and you're just regretting taking this whole thing on in the first place. The thing is that it's natural. When you're in something for a long period of time, you can get put off by it. You can grow, a bit lukewarm about it. You can feel a bit, fed up with it. But in order for you to grow through the process and to get the result that you need to get, you have to stick with it. A lot of people quit too soon and they miss the opportunity of having true growth, to be able to stick with something long enough to be able to get the fruit from their labors. There's a few projects in my life that I'm very blessed to be able to talk about. One thing I'll talk about specifically is the Prehend Lifestyle Center. That's something that I've been working for years. And when we first did it, it was a nice little buzz at the beginning, and then it hit a very dry period, and it was, very few people coming. A couple times, it was just me who showed up, and I was like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. But I knew that if I continued to get there on time, to open up and to prepare my stuff and to have faith and to continue to do the marketing and continue to do the work that it took to grow the thing, that it would grow. And it had some amazing peaks, it had some interesting valleys, but it continued to ebb and flow and continue to touch the lives of people that I never knew were out there in the community. And it's all because we worked hard and we stuck with it. And I'm very blessed by that, because when Richie was born, they came together and they, loved on us, and they appreciated Richie and encouraged Richie. And it's just nice to have a great little community to lean on, especially when you're an alien in another country. I mean, my wife and I, we're both not from, this part of the country, and we are living here and we are both considered foreigners. And it's nice to have a group of people that will embrace us when we have no family around. And so what I'm saying to you is that sometimes you're working something, you'll hit these moments where it feels like there's no reason to move forward, like you've done everything for no reason, like it's not going anywhere. Keep working diligently. Keep doing all the things you know you're supposed to do, even though it seems as though no one is paying attention to the efforts you're making. Because all the things you're doing is going to help make way for you. As long as you consistently do the right thing, is going to continue to pay off eventually. Sometimes when I do these podcasts, I'll be very honest with you, I feel like I'm flying blind because I don't get a lot of feedback. I don't get a lot of comments. But then I hear people come up to me and say, oh, your podcast was there at the right time to really encourage me. And I think, thank you so much. Where have you been? I didn't know. And it's those comments, it's those little bits of encouragement to me for what I'm doing for you guys, that helps me to say, okay, you know what, I'm making a difference. I'm staying in the course because I'm affecting people in a positive way, and I need to just keep working, even though I don't always see the comments, even though I don't always see the likes. I need to do what I know is right to do, not for appreciation, but because it's making a difference. And that's what I want you to do. If you know that you have a project that you need to do, that is on your heart to do, and you've hit the point where it feels like the thrill is gone, that the sizzle has gone away and it's flat, continue to do all the right things and be disciplined. That's the word that I haven't really been saying. Be disciplined. Continue to maintain your discipline even though it doesn't seem to be paying it off. If you need to reevaluate what you're doing, find a way to draw more positive attention, but continue to do the foundational things you need to do to make it be healthy and grow. Even though the thrill is gone, do the right things. Be disciplined. Maintain your discipline. If you want to do something new in life and change, you have to do the foundational things to change. Step by step, a little bit every single day, consistently, will get you there in the end. If you do too much too soon, you may burn yourself out and it won't be sustainable. So do little consistent things day after day, consistently, repetitively, to the best of your ability, and you will find that you will grow into that change that you desire. You will become the change that you desire. But you have to be diligent and you have to be disciplined. A big thing we have to be careful of is that we cannot let our feelings dictate us from what we need to do in life. Our feelings are there to let us know how we're receiving what's going on. And if you're not careful, your feelings will talk you out of a great thing. It will cost you more than you've ever imagined because of how you feel. We don't always feel like doing the right thing. We don't always feel like getting up in the morning. We don't always feel like going to the meetings. We don't always feel like doing the work, but we have to. We have to be diligent. We have to be consistent because it's the right thing to do and it's what's going to get us there in the end. No one's going to bail us out. No one's going to save us. We have to work ourselves to get there. Now, of course, don't be silly. When it comes to your salvation, you're saved by grace. We're not talking about it on that type of standpoint. We're talking about projects. We're talking about work. We're talking about hitting goals. We're talking about building good behaviors. You have to take responsibility and be disciplined even when you don't feel like it. And as you are disciplined and you continue to do your best, even though you don't feel like it, you will have a consistency there. You will have a standard there that people can trust in and rely on in any season. And that becomes priceless. That is the trick. When you can put your feelings to the side and still deliver to a high standard, even though you don't feel like it, you then will become highly requested in your field. Now, some things you can do to help remind you of why you started this in the first place is look at the promise. Now, remember, you started this for a particular reason. It might have been to solve a problem. It might have been to get to a particular area in life that you desire. Look at the goal and look at the promise that the goal holds, and that will help inspire you and motivate you. And you might also need to switch up some things, like find a way to make it interesting. We talked about this a couple podcasts ago. Find joy in the process. Find a way to make it fun. Find a way to make it interesting for you to go about it. And sometimes you might need to do things differently for a little bit. You might have to wear something differently. You might have to just shake things up, but shake it up so that way you can try to make it interesting, but continue to maintain the discipline you know that is important for making this thing grow. Now, what you'll find is that after you stick with everything and you've completed everything you needed to do and you maintain your discipline, as you get closer to the end, that enthusiasm might come rushing back. Or when you fully completed the project and you receive the finished work of it, or you can sit back and look at your work, you will feel so proud of the fact that you poured everything into it. You poured your emotions, you poured all your concentration, your focus, and you built this amazing thing. I want you to take a second after you do that and just really take it all in. Really appreciate what you poured out and what you have before you. This will then become a memory for when you move forward and you find yourself in another project that you wish you could just wrap up and finish. You know, this is going to help build that maturity mindset to keep moving forward even though the project feels a bit flat. You know, you're going to learn ways to help motivate yourself and motivate others to keep going through dry periods of working. But you need to keep your head up and keep moving forward. I'm Rick Roberts, and you stay classy. Bye.